Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jami.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers and grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives.
Welcome back to FitBody Lifestyle, and we've got another awesome fusion hack for you today. We're here with the lovely Joanna Dara from Hormone Logics, and if you haven't seen our longer episodes with Joanna, definitely watch them because I think they're a must listen. But today we've got an awesome hack. But first, just introduce yourself in case somebody hasn't heard the other episodes.
Hi there. Well, thank you for having me, as always. And I'm Joanna. I work with Hormone Logics. Been there for over 12 years now. And I'm a hormone specialist, but also lifestyle educator, a licensed nutritionist, dietitian, and really focusing on the overall health of a patient. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and today our hack is we want to talk about what are the top 3 supplements that pretty much everyone should consider and kind of some details around that. So why don't we start with the first supplement that you think is what's number one? If nothing else is being considered, what would be your number one?
And I do just want to clarify, we are talking about supplements you should consider. We are not telling everybody, hey, take these supplements. We're just saying that across the board, you look at thousands of blood tests and what you see as the common these are the common threads that you're seeing. So again, I just want to make sure we clarify, these are things that you should consider.
Yeah, absolutely. And considering it based on somebody's symptoms as well, too. But when you just think of a baseline, the first one I always tell everybody is vitamin D. Even a low level of vitamin D, and a low level could be 1,000 IUs of vitamin D. I mean, some cases we'll use a lot more, but that's after we've looked at labs. But vitamin D is really, really important. People underestimate the power of the vitamin D because I've been out in the sun for 10 minutes and I don't need to use vitamin D, right? Well, sun only activates how much your body makes. So what if your baseline's low? So even 1,000, 2,000 IU vitamin D daily. Vitamin D is for your bone health. People with low levels of vitamin D say their bones are achy, they hurt. It's also for brain health, short-term memory, so like front lobe of that brain. And I can promise you it's for energy. You take vitamin D and you feel like your world is better. Most people just associate it with immune health, and it goes well beyond that. So a little bit of vitamin D goes a long way. It's important to know that vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. So, getting your vitamins from a good place, making sure that your vitamins are they're quality vitamins. And, you could go really in depth with the type of vitamin, but making sure your vitamin D is a quality vitamin. Sometimes you have to pay a little bit more for a quality vitamin, but it's important. But it absorbs better with a fat, being a vitamin D. So take it with your breakfast, take it with an egg, take it with avocado. But that's fat-soluble vitamin means it absorbs better in a fat, so it allows for availability to the body. That's my first one.
I love that. And I do always like to talk about there is such thing as too much, and I know you talked about even a low level. So, if somebody's wanting to take a higher dose, they need to check their levels first
absolutely.
and make sure they're not, because there is toxicity with too much.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it comes with any, supplement. It's not always more is better. It's sometimes you can well surpass your sweet spot and cause more problems.
And I would note that we are broadcasting here or whatever, filming this, recording this from the state that gets the highest number of sun days of the country, Arizona, and people that we sent to you from here have vitamin D deficiencies. So I just want to really emphasize that point, because I do think that a lot of people think exactly what you described, is that, hey, I live in the sunshine state.
And hopefully we're wearing sunscreen and protect, so.
That Florida and California are in the top 5 states of vitamin D deficiency. Florida and California, we're both sunshine states, right? So why is that? Well, we acclimate to our environment. We are wearing sunscreen when we walk outside. Most of us have our windows tinted in our cars. Go to Minnesota, that's not a thing. You rent a car there, I'm in a fishbowl. There's no window tinting. It's your skin gets thicker in those states as well. So it's kind of like, I hate saying like a chameleon, but you adhere to your environment. So your body absorbs what it can, but it's only going to absorb what it and naturally bring out what you have inside to
Well,
begin with.
and the solution used to be the vitamin D fortified milk.
Right.
Which we don't.
Nobody
most
drinks
of us
milk
drink
anymore.
right?
No.
So most
Ew.
of us don't drink that anymore.
Yeah.
So that was the old
Well,
days
that's why there's
solution.
so much deficiency with vitamin D now, because people aren't. They've taken their health into consideration and realizing we don't need a gallon of milk a day or a week. You know, I mean, even the kids these days, they're realizing it's important, but it's not as important, and it can cause more havoc. So yes, vitamin D is always my number one go-to.
All right, that's awesome. I love that one. So let's go to number 2. What's number 2?
2.
2. Dose. That would be the second one. Methylated B vitamin complex. Very different than just I take a B vitamin. There's different types. Methylated means absorb. Your body can absorb it, and anybody can absorb it. So if you see a B12 on the market and there's a word called cyanocobalamin, pass by it. Just pass by it, because your body cannot sometimes methylate, meaning they can't absorb and utilize it. So we'll see blood work sometimes where people's B12 is through the roof, and they're like, I only take 1 or 2. Okay, how much isn't? Minimal amount. I'm like, you're not absorbing it. It's just floating around your blood. So you're just taking a supplement that's just floating around, and then you're getting it out of you. So a methylated B vitamin is one that your body could actually absorb. But as a complex, it has B2, B3, B6, B7, B9, and B12. Folate being the key. And most people don't know how much folate means. I can spend hours on folate, but folate is very, very important for our brain, women and men. Folate is very, very important for our immune health. People tend to have like weaker immune systems. White blood cell counts are lower. If you just genetically have a lower immune system, folate will help to bring that up. So that B vitamin, where we think of B12 as just energy, has so much more involved. But taking the right type, and again, a quality B vitamin, that's most important. With folate, you don't want to take folic acid. You want to take folate. That's the methylated version of it. So it'll say on it, methylcobalamin, folate. It'll say, instead of folic acid, cyanocobalamin.
Awesome. That's great. And would you recommend a time of day taken? Does it need to be taken with food or not food?
Yeah. I like B12 in the morning. I mean, I like my B complexes in the morning because it has B12 in it. B12 is energy, so I just like, is it going to make you bounce off walls if you take it at night? No, but I just feel like taking it in the morning, clarity, mental clarity from it as well. It's incredible. It's great for vascular, so walking all day, moving and stuff, it helps with the blood flow. So yeah, in the morning.
Food, no food?
No, you don't. I mean, listen.
Either way.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It really doesn't.
So with vitamin D, it is important to eat it.
It's better. Because it helps to absorb it. With B vitamins, it really is just somebody's stomach, like if they can handle vitamins or not. But it's not necessary for absorption.
Perfect. And then number 3?
That'd be 3. So it's kind of an unspoken one, and a lot of people don't talk about it, but glutathione. The benefits of glutathione is incredible, but I look at it mostly for liver, and then the repair of muscles and healing. So if you're working, training, doing all of those things, the glutathione is going to be fantastic for you for helping with the repair of the muscle, the nitric acid, the nitric oxide that gets to the muscle, basically energy to the muscles. But the importance of it is the liver. Our liver is our central filter. I say it's the garbage disposal. Garbage disposal gets backed up, the sink gets backed up, and things overflow. That is where we convert and utilize. And if your liver is not clean and healthy, then you're not going to be able to absorb even things like thyroid medic. Your thyroid makes this conversion of T4 to T3 in your liver and in your gut. So the liver has to be healthy. T3 is your gasoline. It's your go. It's what makes your car go. You have to have the engine turn over. So if getting to that point of it, fuel injectors, is that what it is? Where it won't
That's
Okay,
right. Yep.
perfect. Yeah. So my analogies, but
Well, I think that the other analogy is this: there's an air filter in your car. Your car works with air just as much as it does with gas, and there's a mixture of air and gas. And if it doesn't, if your filter, you change your car filter every so often. Hopefully, if you've ever pulled out a car filter and you know how dirty it gets, or your house filter, if if you're pulling it in the return, you see all the collection of stuff like that. That's what your liver does, and that's why it's important to in your house change your filter, in your car change your filter, and in your body add glutathione to help your liver clear itself.
So your filter.
yeah, absolutely. And again, it goes back to the quality of it. I like liposomal glutathione. There's plenty you can get injectable glutathione. It's great. Do I think injectables are better? In most cases, yes. Like I think that they're more bioavailable. But for somebody
And so we're talking, just for everybody, bioavailable, meaning that if you just ingest normal glutathione, not liposomal, it is unlikely to survive the digestive process and then
right,
be available for your body
yes,
in decent quantities.
yeah,
I
in a
should say.
decent quality also, but if you get a better quality type supplement that is, we say it's wrapped in a more bioavailable, it comes from a better place where a better
Right.
supplement company, it will actually be able to make it past those digestive juices that want to eat it up before you could absorb it. But the liposomal, just a couple of squirts under the tongue, you hold it there for 30 seconds and swallow it and you're done.
Which I do every morning.
Me too, right there, because I don't want to do the needle in my leg, and that's fine.
So
But
if people do the injectable, is it intramuscular, then not
yeah.
subcutaneous?
yeah, you don't want to do it, so too much of a burn.
Okay.
It's much better. And I mean, could you? Sure. Do you want to? Probably not.
Right. So it sounds like the liposomal for most people is going to
Yeah.
be probably the
yeah,
one
and
that they're going
most
to.
accessible too. If you are with if you are with a company that can get good high quality supplements. We use a couple of companies, but that we really stand by because no supplement is an FDA approved. Medications are.
Because they
Right.
don't regulate that.
But ASA or a quality supplement is made in an FDA approved lab. So it's overseen by the FDA because maybe medications are being made, but that same lab is also making the supplements. So they have to follow the same standards as medications do. So that's how the quality control is there with them. So it's not the same as if you maybe run to your local grocery store and pick up a vitamin D off the counter. It's not always the same because there's fillers, lots of fillers in them. So just making sure if you're going to take the time and take it, great. If any bit is better than not, but if you have the opportunity, getting a good quality one that your body could absorb and worth your money.
And if we were to rank them, then we have just the regular glutathione as being the least preferred, liposomal glutathione. Then we have the injectable glutathione, and then the fourth option is IV,
IV.
which a lot of people do. We've done that, and it's a great delivery vehicle for that. But not everybody has that available. So
Right.
in the order of things, I mean, the most available is going to be the liposomal, and it's super easy.
Yeah, it is, and it's
Groovy.
great.
Yeah, when we've done the IV is like sometimes if we feel like we're getting a little sick or something and we kind of want that extra little boost and so no, that's awesome. I love that, and I think these are a great three, and people can decide whether or not that makes sense for them and do their
absolutely.
research. And
So numero uno, vitamin D, take with food.
Dose.
Number dose, methylated B. Number trace, if we're doing this, is glutathione. And of the four
your
varieties that we
language
talked
skills
about,
are staggering.
Yes, they are horrible.
I mean, let's not get crazy because you can inject vitamin D as well.
That is true, and vitamin B.
I'm not a fan. So that's just my opinion. But you know,
Yes.
I like daily doses of the same thing, not one that I'm surviving on from the beginning of the week till the end of the week. And that's a whole nother issue. But yes, those are my three. Those are my go-tos. And remember, always make sure that you're not overdosing yourself because less is more in a lot of cases until you get your lab work done. And maybe you need more.
Yeah, which we talked about in our longer episode.
in
So
episode 1 of Joanna. So if you want to get a hold of Joanna, it's hormonelogics.com, and you can connect with her. There are other advisors that they have, male, female, so they have a full platoon of people that can help
It is a
you.
platoon.
I don't know why I just decided to use that, but
'cause you're
and-
military.
And
you're
for
military.
us, like, comment, subscribe, leave your review, and be good to yourself.
be good to each other.
And take care.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBody Fusion.